Like the more this game feels like just a molasses grinder, kind of like last night, the more you feel like the Lancers are live.
It's going to open up, Ben. Trust me.
That's what the Lopes are desperate for. Oh, Coleman!
He's so good, he can carry this team on his back if need be, and he did when Grant Foster was out.
Riley lobs it up. Coleman, the tip down now. Brennan on the slip, gets the size mismatch, but Musa hangs tall in the paint. Rebound to Coleman. Musa, nice pass. Coleman right there. Matchup for Riley working on Grant Foster. Throws it up. Coleman the finish. Can't get anything on offense.
High degree of difficulty shot.
Looking at a 5-minute field goal drought for the Lancers.
Nice ducking on the post by Coleman.
The scoop pass. Coleman rifles it down.
But a rebound by Lance Ware. He averages 10 per game. That leads the WAC. Also leads the WAC in field goal percentage as the Lancers go on offense for the first time tonight.
Yeah, the Mavs starting out here in a man-to-man. Both teams kind of going to feel it out here early.
Dominic Daniels up top around the pick from Coleman. Back to Coleman. Runner's good for Kendal Coleman. Wing is up and good. And Robinson knocks it down to give the Mavericks a 1-point lead, 5-4. Here's your Altura Credit Union starting lineup for head coach Rick Croy and the Lancers. It'll be Sam Silverstein, Javonte Johnson, Tylen Riley, Dominic Daniels Jr. And up front, Kendal Coleman, your starting five, brought to you by Altura Credit Union. Coleman plays it back out to Johnson. Daniels defended by Robinson. Back to Coleman from the elbow. Yes! Knocks it down. Seamsters three is good. And UTA goes on top 8-6.
Yeah, they're shooting early in the shot clock, Pep. A lot like baseball when you swing at a first pitch. They're going to try to capitalize here early. If you got to leave them open, they're going to shoot the basketball.
Tylen Riley kicks it back out to Coleman. He'll try to answer with a three, and he does. Kendal Coleman.
Now with 15 on the night. He has 10 in the second half, and he's only averaging 11 coming in.
Coleman for three. Make them pay.
That's not the guy you want to give a second chance opportunity from the same spot. He's the best three-point shooter on the team.
He's made more three-point shots in the WAC than any other player. Mavericks are up by one. Coleman versus Ware. Turnaround is good. What a shot by Cancer as Bristow gets inside for two. He averages just over 11 per game for Tarleton State. Daniels over to Johnson on the wing, defended by Bristow. Back up top to Tylen Riley. Riley running the point right now with Adam Musa not dressed out for tonight's game as Kendal Coleman fires a love to get this deficit down to single digits before we hit the locker room. CBU's cooled off a little bit. Up by 11. Riley back to Coleman. He'll try another three. That one is good for Ken.
10 points on 10 boards.
A double-double for Keaton Bristow. CBU's going to play keep away here in the final seconds. Maybe not. Kendal Coleman.
Points off the bench for California Baptist. Utah Tech, on the other hand, 7.
Next foul on Utah Tech, free throws. As the Lancers will be in the bonus. Eight on the shot clock. Williams got it. Looking inside to Coleman. Can't get it to him. Now he gets it to him.
Ooh,
oh, Coleman. Williams. Coleman back up and in for Kendal Coleman. He averages 8 rebounds a game. That's number 4 in the Western Athletic Conference. I tell you, it's got to be the shoes.
Something's working.
There it is. What a pass from Riley to Turay. No. He hit one of those earlier in the first half. I don't think John Judkins going to be happy with that shot selection early in the shot clock. Coleman just has too much power and size and puts it up and in. And then giving it to Riley and let him take advantage of his size. Oh, there he is. Silverstein, Coleman again. Kendal Coleman.
Great drop off by Paris Dawson and good patience like we've seen time and time again from Kobe Williamson on the little scoop finish.
Shooting not a problem tonight for the Redhawks. 5 of their last 7 now. 3-point shot. Money knocked down by Coleman. 10 points for him. SU getting what they want in this stretch here. Building up a 14-point lead. Will Heimbrot at the scorer's table. Checking in next dead ball. Johnson on the baseline, back out. Coleman trying to go back-to-back from 3, and he does. Sat Dawson down, who's all over him.
Here's the ISO again for Coleman to attack Dan. We just saw him get a foul on that, this time getting the bucket.
Back up. He slices in. Floater. No.
Such a pretty move, too.
Riley to Coleman. Coleman heaves up the 3. Good. Nothing but net.
Yeah, he's a good player. You don't shoot him underhanded, do you, Barry?
Of course not. The cue. Riley. Coleman. 3. Looks like he does it all.
Yeah. Like I said, he's in his bag, and that's a big bag. He's got a lot of great moves. Those fadeaway jumpers, he can do it from either side.
How about Coleman again? Yes. Might want to get a little tighter.
Yeah.
That's what college kids, you know?
Yeah, right.
Hey, I want to get some free donuts. What should we do to get them?
Right.
Let's have some fun.
Let's make people get in purple T-Rex costumes.
Down low to Coleman and a nice feed from Riley. Wow. Beautifully executed. Gathers steam, charges up. Short put back, though, by Coleman. Lopes for Jacoby Coles. Turnaround, right hand. No, doesn't go.
Again, he loves that matchup. Another really good move. Just didn't fall for him.
Williams, left shoulder drive. Finds its way to Silverstein. He lost it, but it found its way into Kendal Coleman's hand. Corner, Coles. Coles got his pocket picked by Riley. Johnson. Pushed over to Williams. Slices in underneath. Oh, Coleman lost it. Found it and gave it back to Johnson. Takes it back. Big right hand and in.
Wow, a strong move from Kendal to get him the ball.
The Lopes have missed their last 2, plus they've had 3 turnovers. Coleman, 3, good. Look out.
Cannot.
Here we go to the opening tip-off. It'll be CBU in the customary home whites. Utah Tech in the visiting red, and the opening tip belongs to the Lancers. Here we go. Kendal Coleman up top. Over to Dominic Daniels Jr. He'll be easy to pick out tonight. He's got some bright pink shoes on. Kendal Coleman, quick little turnaround in the whack and three-point field goal attempts. And I've told you, Gonsalves has 57 made field goals. And strong finish. Jeff pointed out at the top of the broadcast, they've played a lot of close games. They got to finish.
Getting the good stroke with the left hand. And the Mavericks have a 3-point lead.
And you can see Chris going right inside. That's what the Lancers want to do.
That's Kendal for Seamster.
Oh, my goodness. That was so needed by Seamster. Right now, if you're UTA, you've just got to heat up.
11-point deficit for the Mavericks. Make it third. 1 point shy of his career high.
Chris, he took a shot in the nose. He's got the Kleenex stuffed up there, but nothing is stopping him from having one of his best games as a Maverick.
Dominic Daniels now has 7 points. He's started to shine late in this second half. Feeds it down low. Good look for Kendal.
They've been great on the boards all season long, but took a dip against Southern Utah. Can they return to rebounding and complete performance? When the Lancers have a complete game, they are tough to beat. As Kendal, he's going to bring it up the floor. It's Dom, Coleman, Riley, Braun, and Johnson right now. You're 5 on the floor for California Baptist. Coleman going at Coles. Spins around. Good. Kendal Coleman inside. The long rebound bounces out to Johnson. In transition. Johnson to the cup. The follow-up is good by Kendal Coleman. Hurt his ankle, stepping on another player's foot, so he's still out. And Dom is on the bench right now. He's got 2 personal fouls. Stevenson has it for the Lancers. Trying to hold down the fort with Dom on the bench right now. Stevenson over to Riley. Riley has been great off the bench in Dom's absence. 7 points. Coleman from short range is good. 2 more for Kendal Coleman. Working on Javante Johnson. Fade away. No good. Rebound Riley. A 5-on-4. Duke Brennan fell behind the play. Riley fakes left, drives inside, the dish to Kendal Coleman, and he throws it down. The lead. CBU. Riley into Coleman. Coleman back out to Riley. He's going to feed Coleman once again on the blocks. Coleman turnaround. Daniels. Dom Daniels on the other end. At Luke War. Up, no good. The follow-up by Coleman is good. Simpson steps back for the 3. Rattles out. Rebound Dom. He's got 10 seconds. Daniels up the floor. Daniels to the rim. Drive to Kendal Coleman. 16-50 and counting. Still plenty of time for the Lancers. Musa drives and kicks out to Coleman for 3. That one is... Here we predicted a low-scoring defensive battle. It's 5-5 as both teams look pretty good on the offensive end.
Betty all throwing an elbow, trying to get that bucket right in A.J. Braun.
There's Kendal Coleman from the baseline. Kendal Coleman's in. So you're 5 on the floor right now for Coach Croy. Looks like this. It's Coleman, Daniels, Johnson, Braun, and Stevenson. Still 21-13. Coleman spinning towards the baseline. Little jump hook is good. The Wildcats should be only the 5th turnover in this game. Blocked by Coleman and taken away by Musa. 5 turnovers in the game for CBU, 6 for ACU.
Yeah, he plays a lot bigger than his 6'7" frame. He's 225, but man, he is tough inside.
Williams to Brentley Stevenson on the wing. Now inside to Kendal Coleman. Coleman down low. Turnaround's good, and the foul.
Be aggressive early on, 2 shots early for what's normally a 6-man for Southern Utah.
Entry pass down low. Coleman rises for. Well, he certainly looks like a guy playing with a chip on his shoulder. Boy, again, Rick Croy tried to call a timeout, and it just isn't being granted. A no-look inside, and Coleman gets Abelard to Felder, Sibley. And he is 0 for 4 shooting the basketball. Coleman at the other end. A pair of... Musa. Stevenson off. Coleman the board and the bucket. Coleman puts it down with a season high and makes an attempt at the stripe to fill it up for 17 points. But a 19-point deficit in 4 minutes and change would require something that would be Sports Center worthy. Daniels probes. Shot clock at 8. Musa the bullet pass. Coleman elevates and scores.
right offense. He's top 3 in assists in the West, I believe. Miss is there, but an offensive rebound, and Coleman puts it back. Green from Braun, weaves through the defense. The floater missed. Coleman, the offensive rebound, and the putback. There it is. Look at Hayden Welling. It's the help side rotator in Welling. His teammate got beat off the bounce. You have help side rotation. You have the insurance policy there. And a lot of teams won't even try to block. They'll just try to take player control fouls. This team blocks shots.
And there's a steal. They do that extremely well. And then take it back. Yep. Nelson is down. Star Wars night in Riverside.
Yeah, I like how Utah Valley, this is what they do after made free throws. They go into a 1-2-2 zone press. And then once about time it crosses half court, they're not looking to trap out of it. They just fall back into man. So that took about 9 seconds off the shot clock before they got into their offense, maybe 10 or 11 actually. And so they're kind of discombobulated.
Coleman stretch the floor.
Increase the lead for CBU here, up by 1, despite 17 turnovers. Minus 11 at the turnover margin. They lead it. And Coleman finishes with a flourish.
Conference selections in the WAC. Hicks knocks them both down to make it an 8-point lead for Tarleton State.
But he's making up for it at the line. He's hit 7 foul shots, and those are big in this game.
Texans doubling Daniels to get it out of his hands. Silverstein moving the ball around. Good rotation by Tarleton State. Inside, Coleman jams it down on top of the Utah Tech, another team that struggled early in the season. But the common denominator, as Hicks hit them both, has been injuries. And a lot of these teams are getting more healthy, and it's getting to be a better conference. Up and in, Coleman.
Within less than 48 hours ago.
That one no good from Osiris Grady. Now Musa will set up the offense on the other side. They'll get it to their guy, Dom Daniels. He gets it inside to Coleman. The defense comes, but through traffic. That's an ESPNU game, nationally televised.
I love it. And that will not be us. That's really good for the WAC. A couple of ESPNU games, Grand Canyon on ESPNU as well, and the CBU Utah Valley game. Fun to get Coleman. Well, you could hear it. I don't know if you could hear it on the broadcast, but from our vantage point, we could hear head coach Rick Corey screaming for the double team on Carter Welling, and Carter Welling said, no double. Went to work.
Along with Moncrief. And the opening tip belongs to the Lancers. We'll get to the starting 5 in just a moment here as we open up with CBU on offense. Moose is going to leave it to Coleman. Coleman opens up the scoring with the starting 5. For Seattle U, it looks like this. It's going to be Arrington, Dawson, Christophilus, Moncrief, Anna Williamson for head coach Chris Victor. 2-2 ball game. Coleman with it. Little short turnaround, and there's two post to Braun. To his left, short. Coleman, though, he's going to tap it home. Coleman game with 17 seconds. Into Daniels. Daniels on the run. Up ahead to Coleman for the one-hand.
Leuchten, again, the 7'1" German, kicks it out to Tillis. His shot bounces out. Martell Williams in for the first time. What a game he had here on Saturday, coming off of the bench. Williams 21 points in 28 minutes as Coleman hits the tough hook shot. On shooting foul, Daniels inbounds. Finds Musa.
It just feels like the game is just grinded to a halt. I kind of expected a little energy coming out of the locker room, but it feels like it's
with his 9th board. Hasn't gotten it done offensively tonight, just 4 points, but so strong again, rebounding. Musa to Coleman. The little floater's good. Right on cue, though. Ruffin, the step back 3. Rattles out.
Early drag screen right here in transition. Great pass.
What a pass by Daniels to Coleman. Well, early on this year, Ruffin 9 points a game as Daniels shot well off the mark. Coleman, though, the putback.
Good putback by Ken.
Against him as that rolls in from McMillan.
And Jackson State has it under 9 here.
Plenty of time left.
Again, CBU pretty sloppy with this pressure right now from Jackson State.
The alley-oop.
Good job.
Big possession. Williams off of the mark. Coleman, the putback is good.
And I like that drive. Smooth.
What a finish.
And again, Jackson State hanging around, down at 6. And again, every time they score, they're able to set their press. And the good job by Johnson. Got to go strong.
Coleman, bucket and the foul.
Off. 27-20 Bulldogs. Musa, a step back three, top of the key. Too strong, back rim. Weaver had it, but Johnson takes it away for CBU. The feed for Coleman. Now he gets to the rim and flushes it home. Price gambled. Front Price right in the lane. Facing up Coleman. Jump stop in the lane. Price has it knocked away by Stevenson on the help D. No foul and a break opportunity for CBU. Musa decides not to shoot it. Over to Silverstein. He feeds the paint for Johnson. Over to Coleman. Quick ball movement and the Lancers get 2 more.
Cal Baptist 1 of 5 for 20%.
Musa jump pass. Coleman on the drive. Creates some space, step back, and got it to fall.
That's a really nice.
Coming into this game at 5-5, they've lost 3 of their last 4. Coleman, tough shot with a left-handed hook.
Squaw thought about a 3. Puts the ball on the floor. Puts it up. It's off the back heel. Rebounded by CBU. Daniels Jr. running. Now right side Coleman will fire a 3. And that goes for Coleman. Leaning in and scoring. Heidi showing off his confidence over the last couple of games. His second field goal as we go back and forth on the seesaw. Coleman could have been called for a walk. Takes Squat to the rack and scores over top him, which is. Took the elbow, returned, and gets the basket and scores to extend the lead to 10. Coleman hit an early 3 and has another. 2 fouls. Compton barely played in the first half because he picked up 2 quick ones. And Daniels Jr. also has 2 for California Baptist. They had 10 days to prepare for this one. Musa guarded by Davis. Driving, dishing. Coleman's already hit 2 threes. That's his 3rd.
First time for UCF. Keyshawn Hall spinning, and it pops out. Knights 2 of 7 from the floor thus far. California Baptist just 1 of 8. These 2 teams both average north of 80 points per game. They just get it done in different ways. Coleman backing down Ivy Curry. Big size advantage, and Coleman.
Here it comes again.
Coleman up top. Good looking release.
Backs in on Brown. And had it partially blocked. Nice defense from A.J. Brown. Silverstein stops on a dime. Brown whips it underneath, and Coleman. Now, Collins only has 1 field goal attempt, coming off the career-high outing last night. Coleman spins back to his right and flips it in.
Those stats are not good, and that's why they're down 12.
Well, this is California Baptist's largest lead of the opening 20, up a dozen. Stevenson on a pocket pass to Coleman for 2. Coleman spins on set, and it'll count as a missed shot. Daniels, Price got a piece of it. Johnson recovers the loose ball. The pace of this game has really picked up in the second half. 3 to shoot. Musa finds Coleman with a finger roll off the. Brown back to Daniels. Has to hoist. Coleman rips it down and flushes it home.
It finds its way to Silverstein, back to Coleman for two.
It's called for fouls, but you love on offense that they can get to the free throw line and score some points by being aggressive.
Adam Musa, a senior from Egypt, has checked in for California Baptist. This is Johnson walled off on the baseline. Daniels gets it to Musa. 3 to shoot. Extra pass. Corner pop. It's Coleman for 3. There will also be a third-place game for whoever comes up short. CBU 9 of 18 to open, but they've turned it over 3 times as Kendal, Coleman, and Edwards lays it in.
It's a well-executed fast break right there.
7 points off turnovers for the Mustangs, who grow the lead to a dozen. Silverstein bounces. Coleman finishes off the win. 5th Division I basketball game that Andy Enfield is coming out of the half, running the offense through him.
Well, I think it's a lot of confidence he's giving him, but it's the right call because he has a size factor, and you can see California Baptist is coming down to double team, so that's the good offense to get an easy shot.
Brown spinning on Yigatolu. Dishes out. Coleman steps back and hits. That's a long.
The one before. Looks like he got that one maybe on that angle on the way up.
Coleman will take his chances with Traore and has a soft touch. Edwards turns, kicks. Ambrose Hilton.
Ooh, that's way off.
Well, Coleman may have gotten a piece of it.
You might be right. I hope so, because if not, that's way off.
California Baptist has outscored SMU 8-7 these first 5 minutes of the second half. Daniels trying to get around Miller. Races underneath. Kicks it to Silverstein. Musa around the shot fake. 5 to shoot. Coleman's been the cash cow, and he fills it up from deep. Cross to the bench. Cario Oquindo, who knocked down 2 threes in that opening half, back on the floor for Andy Enfield.
Oquindo looked really good, knocking down 3-point shots.
Musa across the floor. It's Coleman. And it's another 3. Everything you need to know about Andy Enfield and his view of these first almost 9 minutes of the second half. 9 minutes, SMU only 9 points. Coleman ties the game. And he has given the Mustangs a 2-point lead inside of 9 minutes. Coleman backing in Yigatolu, and he hammers. He's operating. Kendal threw up a prayer, and it bounced in.
Kendal absorbed that bump. Could have been a foul.
SMU has responded to the game-tying triple with 4 straight. It's Musa to Coleman for 3. It's good. Coleman plays it back to Daniels. He knifes in. Cross got a piece of it. Coleman's Johnny on the spot. Good shooting on display here late. Shot clock into single digits. Musa across the floor. Coleman for the tie. He got another one.
Turnaround, Marquardt short. Silverstein's going to push it up the floor.
Silverstein's so good at pushing that ball up the floor.
It's almost like a point forward,
He
right?
really is.
I like that term.
He really is.
Second leading rebounder on the team, but he can bring it up the floor as well. Johnson will tangled up, and there's Coleman. Throws it down. Gets it to Marquardt. McLean drives inside the drive in the dish to Cook. Good defense there by Braun.
Great block by A.J. McLean. Good again in that lane. Good defense by A.J. Back inside to Kendal.
Coleman, right-handed little jump hook action.
Oh,
Musa's
rare
pass.
turnover.
Picked off by McLean, but taken right back by Musa as McLean slips on the floor.
Great
Musa,
pass.
the drive in the dish to Kendal Coleman. Johnson, A.J. Braun, and Martell Williams, your starting 5 for CBU. Josh, I think you and I are the only ones talking right now in this whole place.
That's right. Till somebody scores, right?
Till somebody scores. The old Silent Night, little Christmas theme around here. Kendal Coleman puts it up in the left, and there is...
Riley's a very, very good player. His dad was a big-time player at Gonzaga in the mid-90s.
5-4 CBU. Braun up top to his right to Johnson. He's going to take a look inside at Coleman. There he is. He feeds him. Coleman driving left, stays left, puts up the shot, gets the basket, and the foul.
Great execution again by Northern Colorado. Got Martell on Wisney.
Coleman spins around Wisney, goes to the reverse. 49-35. That's not going to sit well with Coach Croy.
No, it's not.
Falling asleep on the defensive end.
Good throw back by Dom. Big one.
Coleman 3 in.
And again, you're not scoring it from the outside. You got dribble penetration and then punching it inside to the big guys.
8 minutes to go here for CBU.
There you go. There's the post. Into
Coleman.
Holmes.
The basket and the foul for Kendal Coleman. Baseline puts it up. Reynolds had the basket on the previous possession. Then the offensive board stayed on this end and then gets another basket.
Great move by Reynolds. CBU going inside. Got it right back. Back to 10.
Season as we look upon the Fowler Event Center packed house, and there are families and parents and fans alike trickling in still to pack this place. The Lancers in the home white, they'll open up with the basketball. LIU in the visiting powder blue uniforms. Kendal Coleman's 3 gets comes down with it, and the follow-up is good. So that Whitbourne versus Braun battle is developing here on the inside. Lancers up by 3. Kendal Coleman puts the shot up, circles around the defenders, and lays it in.
I like that.
24-20. Dominique Daniels Jr., just one field goal in this game. It was a three-pointer. Kendal Coleman. Nate Pickens comes out with the basketball for the Highlanders. Moses for 3 from the wing. No good. Coleman has it for CBU. Javante Johnson in the starting 5 here to open up the second half for head coach Rick Croy in place of Sam Silverstein. Johnson with it on the far wing. Braun feeds Coleman. Quick turnaround. 2 more in. That one is good. 2 more for Hargris. He's up to 15 points in this game, which leads all scores. Daniels has 14 for CBU.
Great shot from Hargris. Step through and step back, step through and in.
65-63 UCR. Silverstein inside to Coleman. Spins baseline. Reverse. Good for Three-pointer is good by Woolley, and the Owls are back on top. 37-34. That is their 7th three-pointer of the first half as Kendal Coleman back out to Gordon. Strong inside, up with it, no good. Rebound Coleman. Riley up the floor for the Lancers with less than a minute to play here in the first half. Williams over to Coleman. Three-pointer is Riley inside. The drive and the kick out to Johnson for the lead. No. Offensive rebound. Coleman, no. The putback is good. It looked like Braun. We were tied at 42 at halftime. Three-pointer a little bit long for Jamil Miller. Williams back out to Riley. Out steps Hennig.
Great hedge there by Kennesaw State and getting back on defense.
Coleman, double teamed, puts up the shot, and it's good. Oh. Williams, spin move, up, no, yes, Kendal Coleman.
John Rainey, the voice of the Nevada Wolfpack, but he was a high school senior and used to call Rick Croy's basketball games.
That's amazing. 1 minute to go. Lancers up by 2. Big possession here for California Baptist. Johnson tries baseline, the drive and the dish to Kendal. Coming out hot here on opening night. They lead 16-10. Williams on the wing, inside. Brown, spin move, back out to Silverstein. He's going to pick up his dribble, back into Coleman, quick turnaround. Johnson comes down with the rebound for the Lancers. 41-25. Brown in the mid-post, goes left, double-teamed. Passes back out to Stevenson. Circles back out up top to Dominique Daniels Jr. 12 on the shot clock. Johnson, Coleman, three-pointers on the way. It's good.
On the offensive side of the ball, get those extra rebounds.
And don't make it a track meet. Why is that, Jeff?
You don't want to get a track meet with these guys. They want it to be a transition basketball game. Make it a half-court game, slow it down, and go inside.
Coleman, the turnaround and the foul. It is good. It's the and one.
He was on the team at Loyola Marymount that beat Gonzaga, St. Mary's, and San Francisco all in 1 year.
Not a lot of teams can say they've done that.
Nope.
Lead back up to 8 for UIW. Coleman, catch and release.
Inspirational speeches. I brought my shoes, Pep.
Just in case.
Just in case. I got my shoes and my knee brace.
Well, whatever Coach Croy is saying in the huddle is working. Lancers are up by 2 right now as we approach the midway point. Nice move, baseline. Coleman, 2 hands. He's looking for his shot right now. On the other end, Stevenson's three's no good. Coleman, the offensive board and the putback. Move. Going right at Williams. Right hand, no. Offensive board. Coleman, putback, yes. And we are.